Hey traders, welcome to another edition of Stocks Market Update. So let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alright, in this stocks market update, I'm going to have a look at a few stocks. I've had a comment before that someone wanted me to have a look at Amazon. I'll make sure I look at Amazon in this video. I'm going to look at Apple. I'm going to look at Netflix. I'm going to look at a couple of different ones. I don't know where I'm going to go with this video, but I'm just going to start to look at some stocks that I'm looking at and going through some stocks I'm looking at and some stocks that I've been talking about in the past in these stocks market updates. So let's actually get straight into it. The first one I want to share with you is obviously Apple, and you can see here with Apple, you can see that if I just bring these charts down through here. By the way, guys, this is a bit of a tip for you guys that are trying to read the charts, and I'm always doing this. Is that you can see up here I've got a daily open highlight candle, open highlight close bar chart with their stochastics and volume. I think they're the three indicators that they're mainly ones I just use. And then down the bottom here I have a line chart. Now why I have a line chart is sometimes I can see things much better from a line perspective than I can from a line perspective than I can from a open highlight closed bar chart. So that's the reason why I have that. To the right I have my weekly chart, and I have this in just a normal candlestick chart. Once again, guys, it's looking at the charts with different formats, because by looking at different formats, you might see different patterns. Again, for me, guys, it's 95% reading the chart, 95% reading the price action itself. So for me, I'm always trying to look at what is this chart telling me. I might be able to see something a bit different. By looking at the candlesticks, or by looking at the open light close, or maybe the line chart's going to do that for me. And then down the bottom here, we actually have a weekly line chart. Again, the line really is fantastic just by looking at the line chart. But timing and combining all these together is really good. So let the education begin now, or let the time begin now. I was saying before, guys, and saying the last few videos I've been saying that by looking at Apple, I think Apple is now likely to start forming under a bit of pressure here, and I think we're likely to start seeing a bit more downside. I actually think we're likely to get a lot more downside from where we are right now. So just by looking at the way this market's working, got this lower peak through here. The only thing that's a bit of a caveat on this, guys, is if we turn around, this gap will be filled here. So if I look at this gap through here, so you've got this gap through here that hasn't been filled yet, and that gap will be filled. So we may turn around and fill that, and then dump, or maybe we just kind of, or maybe we're just going to take off to the downside for a while and then come back and fill it. So I'm not sure what's going to happen there, but Apple is definitely looking very. Apple is definitely looking. That was the. Oh, my software is doing that again. That thing again. All right, software had to be restarted because my software wasn't working. So anyway, back to what I'm seeing here. You can see over here on, this is the weekly chart. Of course, we made this lower low. We continue to make this lower peaks and lower troughs and lower peaks and lower troughs. So the selling movement is to the downside. Yes, we may get a little bit more upside, and we may come up through here, and we may run up just a little bit through here and close that gap, but that's all that's likely to be seen. And Apple is likely to be going down once again as well too. Apple is really weak, guys. It really is. It's just so weak. You know, I don't have to say Apple is weak. You can see that on Apple anyway. So anyway, let's actually go to Amazon. And let me actually show you what I see with Amazon. I haven't actually looked at Amazon for a couple of days, so let me actually I'm going to do this analysis live on the spot. Let me delete this trend line. That was a bit of an old trend line I was looking at. And let me actually do some live analysis on the spot. Alright, so first thing I do see, and again, I'm just doing my analysis live on the spot. First thing I do see is I see an astronomical move on the daily chart, on the weekly chart. You can see this move up from here to here is just an astronomical. Let me get that black. An astronomical move to the high side. We had a massive run up. And the last time we had that, you see we had this big run up through here. We went sideways for a little bit through here. And remember, this is a weekly chart, and then we dumped. The market's run back up towards these highs, broken back to these highs above here, and now we're stopping through here. If we break back below this what's that level through there? So we had these major levels up the top here. That's that major level up the top there. You can see this market's run back up, and it's just pushing higher, pushing higher, pushing higher. That to me is like elastic band. It's going to snap back. The further this pushes up, the more it's going to snap back. And so again, I'm looking on the weekly chart. Let me actually blow this weekly chart up a little bit more, so I can show you what I'm seeing. So first thing I do see, guys, is I'm just drawing my parameters. Parameters are like trend lines and sort of formations and stuff like that, where this is likely to be. So you can see that. Let me just. So somewhere, it's probably that through there. So this is obviously the big channel that it's overall in. It's in this channel right now. So we need a snapback. So this is what I do see on a long term. Obviously bouncing off through there, continue to run up. We continue to run up through that point through there, and we actually came down. Let me actually just bring this down. I think, you know what, let me actually just make that through there. Let me just see if that works. No, I'm looking, trying to some again, guys. I'm doing my live analysis right with you right now. I'm just trying to see what is this doing. That'll do for now. So what this is doing, we see they have this spot here. So 680 is a really good, a clear level for me. If I look at this overall long-term picture and I squeeze this chart up, Amazon has just significantly just boomed up like that, just gone absolutely burko to the high side. And if I take everything off the screen and I show you that, and let me actually show you that on a line basis, because I think you'll be able to see it. And let me just make this line here a bit thicker, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about here. And let me just squeeze this weekly chart up as much as possible. Look how much that has run up. That is not a good sign. Yes, Amazon has just gone absolutely through the roof. It really has. But that is not a good sign. It really is not. Because a market that goes up that quickly comes down that quickly, especially this move from here to here. As you can see, that's a 42% move on the upside, and it's basically vertical. Now, yes, that has happened over, say, a 16-week period. So we're looking at about 3 months there. About 3 months. The last time we had a big move up that far was this bit through here, and you can see that was only about 2 months, and then it went sideways for a month, and then we snapped back. So I'm looking at this chart through here. I'm looking at this overall chart. I'm saying, and guys, you guys go back and do your analysis. Whenever a market runs up this quickly and this sharply without a decent pullback, it snaps back, and it snaps back hard and fast. Just look at any stock. All right. So one stock that reminds me of this here, and I'll come back to the daily chart in just a minute. But one stock that reminds me of this, and I want to bring home this point, that when a market goes up so hard and so fast, it has an elastic band and it snaps back. Okay, so that's one thing I want to share with you. But I want to show you an example of this. MCD, McDonald's recently had this as well. McDonald's, if you look at this here, you can see McDonald's actually had a big run up, and it had a run up. And then we went sideways, we ran up, and we had a snap back. And you can see, and especially this last bit through here, McDonald's was just continuing to, McDonald's just had a big, nice big run back up, and now it's snapping back. And once again, for me, McDonald's is going to come down and fill this gap through here. So that's where I see McDonald's going, at least on the short term anyway. But anyway, let's go back to Amazon. I just want to prove my point here. And you guys do your analysis, do your back testing. You'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. Now let's actually go back and let's actually see what's actually happening through here on the daily chart. Well, the first thing I do see happening on the daily chart is we've got like a double top formation, and we've got a potential divergence happening on the stochastics. So we can see that a potential divergence is happening right now. We've got a bit of a double top and a reversal bar where we are right now, and we got this big gap here. This big gap here to be filled, and it will be filled, and the market's running up through here. So we actually have a lot of support through here. If we break past that 680 level, which is probably gonna be this also, let's actually go black plus this support level as well too. If we break past these levels through here, which I'll say like this these points through here, this X marks the spot type thing, we break past that 680 level, then not only are we likely to come down and close that gap, but I believe we're likely to start seeing new lows for Amazon. So that's basically what I see for Amazon, guys. Yeah, to me it looks a bit weak. I think we're likely to see at least a pullback to come down and close that gap, and then probably a lot more drop to the downside. I think overall, guys, on Amazon, once again, by looking at this big vertical move to the high side, I think it's likely to snap back hard and even run back down towards these lows through here. And by looking at this chart overall, guys, this might sound pretty crazy, but I do see Amazon getting back down towards the 4 to 450 level. Who knows what time, but I just see it being back down to towards those levels. I think everything's going to come down in the next 6 to 12 months, big time. So that's what I do see there, guys. I hope that helps you out there. Let's have a look here. We're looking at Netflix as well too. Netflix is in a prime space for a lot more downside to come for me personally. You see this big downward channel. Big run back up. We now had a bit of a lower close. That to me, guys, is once again it's starting to come down through there. So I'm pretty weak on Netflix. Let's see, Home Depot. I talked about Home Depot yesterday, guys, and I talked about where it's going and what I'm doing and stuff like that. Saw this bear flag, saw the breakout. I told you guys about this a couple of days ago. And about this situation that I like this selling. So I actually think we're likely to get a lot more selling in Home Depot as well too. Let's actually see here. Let's actually have a look here. SGB once again, guys. I do see that SGB, if we do get a turnaround here and a nice big bearish down bar, a bearish down candle, and with some good volume, I think we're likely to see a lot more downside when it comes to that as well. Let's have a quick look through here. AAP once again, guys. I still see if I break a weekly close below 140, it equals 110 to $100, somewhere around about the 110 level for me. You see if it holds here and breaks down, we're likely to head back down to here, and that actually looks like it's going to be a sharp drop as well too. We close where we could see a good 20 or so percent drop on the close of that there. AIG, we talked about that a bit while ago. AME is holding up as well too. So there's actually a couple of different ones that I like. I also like Disney as well too, guys. If I look at Disney, I see Disney actually rolling up, hitting this area of resistance, and now rolling over as well too. We've got some good volume spikes as well too, guys. So again, that's to me showing a sign of a trend. If you see this move through here and this move up through there, you can see that looking at Disney. And if I look at this line through here, you can see Disney was tapering off as this was actually happening, and then we're starting to get that there. We get a big selling volume, guys. That's actually telltale sign. I'm seeing a lot more downward pressure on Disney as well too. Once again, guys, I see a lot more downward selling on Disney, and I think Disney's going to get absolutely hammered. I really do. I just see that happening through there. Let's also go have a look at a few other ones as well too, such as Google. I'm actually in Google myself as well. I like Google, as in like I've got put options on Google right now. It has gone against me, and I am in the minus in this trade. So we'll just see what happens with that one. Once again, guys, that particular trade for me is all about what's going to happen over the next 6 months. I don't really care what's happened over the last month. But I am in the negative. I'm just being honest with you, and we'll see what happens. But I do believe long term, guys, by looking at this chart and look at what's actually happening, I do believe that we're likely to start forming a lot of resistance, and we're likely to start heading down. And this overall big bear flag is likely to be broken, and I think we're likely to see a lot more downside to go on Google. So let's actually see what else. Guys, that's all for this video. I think I showed you some stocks and showed you some things. Hope you enjoyed this little stocks market update, guys, and see you in the next video. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course, and I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.